Hey there. Well, I'm back. I did a little bit of grinding off screen. Not a lot, but I mean, just um, sort of continued for a minute or two, and now that's what I'm doing now. Ooh, I already hit a level. Ooh, level 10. Well, I got a trio, the Shiv trio. And let's go ahead and head back to where we were last time. I don't think there's anything I need to get right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue dismantling this little area here. Um, anyway, looking for quick XP. Break shit. And after this, we'll continue on our little journey to unlock the other areas. You had it coming. Well, looks like I'm full again. Oh, got his attention. Oh, Jesus, bomb. Yeah, is there anything I can... No, I can't do anything over here anymore. Or at least not yet. Why are you not rolling? You should have been rolling. Let's leave this little area, the tutorial town, and see what's available outdoors. Well, let's bring up the map here real quick. And, yeah, why don't we, let's head north, after we get through this little area. Head north, and then we're going to head west. And see if we can open up that little link relay there. Oh, wrong way. Again, wrong way. Nope. Curse you, fast deer. Curse you. Damn you. Give me your hide. I need your hide. I need your hide. Come back here. Oh, got Hunter. Okay, now we're heading north. Oh, where are you going? Oh, there you are. Okay, let's I think we should hit the nearest box and offload. We got quite a bit, and I really don't want to lose that. So yeah, let's hit this box over here. Okay, so we're heading north, then we're gonna head west at the end of this road. And we're gonna hit that link relay over here. Yep, charged hits are a thing. Alright, we are now currently, yep, there we are. There's that link relay right in that building there. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Oh, more stuff to play with. Spices! Oop. Oh, now we're getting to be able to destroy some raw wood walls here. I'm not complaining. You actually get quite a bit of XP off of destroying these walls. I had to keep reminding myself, hey Tony, stop destroying useful shit. Which, you know, I'm fairly sure we can all appreciate on a day-to-day basis. No, don't want to destroy that. With the workbench. I don't want to destroy the workbench. I mean, if I do, it's not going to be, you know, the worst tragedy in the world, but still, not something I really wanted to do. There we go. Thank you. And we are close to level 11 here, so this is a good thing. I think the durability will come back on that eventually, after I've slept or left the area or whatnot, so I don't think I have to worry about that, but... Okay. Eat a dick! So close to level 11. And you can plant things. You can get farming equipment and, you know, produce your own crops and stuff. I know it doesn't sound appealing, but it's quite a useful little mechanic if you looking for specific ingredients. Hmm. Now, what was I? Yeah, figured as much. Yeah, at some point, I want to do Thief Simulator. That's always a fun one to do. Um, Again, obscure games and whatnot, but Thief Simulator is a fun one. At least, you know, I liked the first one. I liked it a lot. The second one, I wasn't as big of a fan as I was of the first one, but I mean, it wasn't bad. So close, so close. Well, let's go off behind here. There are like little hidden areas. Of course, it's leading me right back down to that little town we came from in a tutorial way, but still. Actually, let's head north and continue our little tryst westward. Ugh, freaking psychos. Really? Wow. I just rolled right into that one. Now, wait. Yeah, I gotta go the opposite way here. I mean, if you just want to stand there screaming while I beat your ass, that's fine. Yeah, I'm trying to get back to my dead body here. Nope, not falling for that shit again. Oh, I almost did. Alright, yeah, I gotta head back now because, you know, really close to dying, so. Gonna head back and get to the farm because I gotta drop some stuff off here. And should be a level 11. Yep, boom. What do we get? What do we get? Come on. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, stop. Okay, well, the machete's good. There's our cooking stand. Alright, well, it wasn't the baseball bat. Apparently, that's been a while. Okay, so I can get pack rat, which adds a material slot, or I can get XP from storing material, which I really, really want more XP, so I think I'm going to go with that. Now, I think we go with multi-talented. Let's see what it takes to make the machete. We can make it right now, and it'll instantly 30 slashing. But what do we need to upgrade it? We need iron. Okay, so it's not useful right now. Our sickle is stronger than our machete, so what we'll do is we'll focus on getting some iron, and then upgrading the machete to where it's functionally better than our sickle. Alright, yeah, I kind of made a mistake. I should have tracked the machete, which I didn't. So I'm gonna have to literally respawn all the enemies just to track something. Yay. Okay. What am I tracking? Oh, well, let's track the machete. Yeah, farming stuff. A rubber ducky. It quite literally stops you from drowning in the water, which is kind of funny. Painkillers. Yeah, same as bandages, just a little better. Yeah, still need iron for the tower wing too, so. Huh. One thing I do love about the machete, though, the machete will have good reach to it, which is far better than this damn thing. Now with these boxes, you have to hit them as close to 0 as possible, and I missed it by 21 seconds. Had I not stopped to hit that freaking zombie, I would have got it. That's annoying. Berries. You get a feat to pick up the eggs, which I do not have. It's a gatherer feat, so that'll have to wait. You're all white and shit. And what do we got here? Oh, weird things like cans being put in a square. I think you can dig here. Oh, we try that. Let's try. Ah, see? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Speaking of iron, now we go grab the machete. Alright, we can take it up to level 40, or can we do, iron and rubber? Oh, that would be our next thing. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to replace my sickle with the machete, because the machete's badass. And if it's at 40, we may be able to take out the small trees. Yeah. Okay, those are 55. Smaller trees, yeah, we should be able to take out. Can we? Can we? Nope, 50. I think once we get the machete maxed, we should be able to take those out fairly easily. Wait, where are we? We're heading in the right-ish direction. We're back at the gas station, and we got people throwing shit at us. Yeah, not a fan of that. Not a fan. And they will chase, so gonna run. Yeah, let's go over here. Put that away. Can we? Yes, we can. Now we can take out the multiple sandbags. Always a good thing. Which means we can clear a good path to the tutorial town that we were in. And it died, of course. But at least it was like, oh no. Yeah, my spawning point's far away. See, this is the problem. Oh yeah, and I can start taking out wood buildings as well. But at least I know where all my crap is. So let's go ahead and go and grab that. I don't know if it'll despawn or not, but I don't want to take that chance. And then, of course, enemies everywhere. Sorry, second guess myself on that one. Yeah, eventually you'll get to the point in which you have to make your own like items. You have to build things like saws and stuff like that to make your own like boards and, you know, forge your own metal and stuff. It's pretty cool. Still can't take a deer out with one hit. So I am appreciative of the hide, little deer. Okay, so to get the spawn point where you want it, I forgot, you do have to sleep, or at least sit at the fire. Like I'm doing right now. And now when I die, I will come back here. So unfortunately, every time you do that, if you don't have your link tower up, your enemies respawn. What is he pointing at? Let's see what it has to say. The Fearless King. Okay. Apparently he did not like me hitting his sandbag. Shut up. Oh, and by the way, if you didn't notice, you are taking damage from being on that barbed wire. Oh yeah, I need the next tier of blunt weapons to break that. Alright, well, I'm going to head back into our tutorial city. I'm going to sort of try to cut a path towards it because makes it, you know, just to get it to an easier point. Like through here. Because we will be returning to the tutorial area a couple of times. Especially once you get to the point in which you can build your own like houses and stuff. This is usually where I set it up because the likelihood of enemies reappearing is kind of like nil. So yeah, there's that. And eventually you will be able to break the cars, get those out of the way. It's always nice. Like completely kind of clear this place the hell out. And there will be practically nothing. But we can start with at least some of the buildings. Yep, this is me beating down walls. Isn't this magical? Did not mean to shut that door, but oh well. And I should be able to go over there and just a little over this way. There are some bigger tires. I should be able to cut them and show you. Put those away. Get rid of this asshole. Yep, there we go. Always good to have rubber. Put these away. Again, you get experience from pretty much everything in this game. So, beating out these walls and stuff like that, it's actually earning you pretty decent experience. Which, if you're trying for a level, there you go. I'm gonna put this, or go ahead and set it to campfire because there's something I really need to check. Okay, let's go to your inventory. Is that a 21, 20, 14, 21, 17, 31? Don't know. I think 14 maybe. On the PC, with Steam, there is a mod that you can get on the Steam Workshop that actually increases the damage of your weapons, but not like some absorbent amount to where you're just destroying everything with one hit. It only increases it by like 2 points, so it kind of makes the process just a little quicker. It's not like some overpowered mod. It's not like it's OP or anything, but it's actually kind of cool. I was looking into that, and you can actually, like, playing with that doesn't ruin the game. Where most people are like, oh yeah, I want to mod this to where I'm a god, or oh yeah, that woman needs bigger boobs. Like, it's just, yeah, if I'm gonna mod the game, I'm gonna make it more fun, and not sort of overdo the damn mod. But I'm an old school gamer, so, I mean, I've been playing video games since the early 80s. I mean, hell, my first real game system was an Atari 2600. My mom got me when I was 5. Keep in mind, I was born in 1979, so, yeah. In 1984 is when I started gaming. But I also grew up in a time where, we could go to the arcades. And, my grandma she would go and, go to the store or whatnot, close to a level. And she would, anytime she'd get, like, quarters, she would just throw them into, like, a big pickle jar for me. And then, like, at the end of the week, she would, give me the quarters out of the pickle jar, and I'd go to the arcade and play. And, I mean, I guarantee you, most of the time, there's got to be $20 in quarters. Playing things like Pac-Man and Galaga, and, later on, it's like, I remember I was one of the first ones to actually play Mortal Kombat, the arcade. Freaking fell in love with it. Love that game. And I realized that, even in that age, I realized how controversial the game was going to be because of how violent it really was. But I liked it anyway. And now what's really funny is I actually have an arcade in my house. So, living the dream. Ah, level 12. What do we get? Just thought of something. I should return to the campfire. Okay, let's do that. What did we think of? Yeah. Well, we're gonna obviously do fast learner because that's how we get experience points. What does the dice do? Oh, critical values. Okay. Shock absorber. Okay. Yeah, well. But yeah, I grew up with video games. I really did. Yeah. It's just something I grew up with, and I've been a gamer like since a very early age. And yeah, I'm not one of those people who lives and dies by the game. There's a bunch of people who will swear Xbox is better, PlayStation is better, and there's these elite assholes who are like, oh yeah, if you're not on PC, then you're not a true gamer. And I don't know what the fucking point of gatekeeping that shit is because it's not a flex. You're pretty much making yourself out to be a douchebag when people just want to game the fucking game. So, no system I've ever seen is, like the end-all be-all of systems, and I've lived through all of them. Now a lot of them in my, in my gaming history, a lot of them were revolutionary. I saw the Atari 2600 come around. I didn't have one, but I did play on ColecoVision. Google it. I saw arcades, and I saw, graphics advance, from regular Nintendo to Super Nintendo, from 8-bit to 16-bit, and I thought that was amazing. And then, we had things like the one of my all-time favorite systems was the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast came out, and I was like, oh my god, these games are so awesome. And then, the GameCube came about. I was a big fan of, I've been a big fan of gaming all my life. And I'm not, I've not stuck myself into some corner over being stupidly loyal to one fucking system. I game on whatever I feel like gaming on. The one system that has actually really impressed me is the Switch. I haven't got a Switch 2 yet. I do intend on getting one, but the Switch, to me, is an impressive system. Because not only is it, I lived through the handheld kind of revolution of original Game Boy to Game Boy Color to Game Boy Advance and all that, up through, and just seeing that advance is very impressive to me. That handhelds actually can be good. I have a couple of games on my Switch that are actually graphically they are impressive for a handheld to me. And here I am rambling on about, impressive graphics on a handheld system. But, I've been a gamer all my life, and I'm not going to constrict myself to one freaking system because, some blind loyalty to a company that gives craps about me. If they got a good game, I will play it. There are some games that I absolutely adore that will never be on another system, and you can't find them anymore. There's a game called Crimson Skies, and it was like a flight simulator type game, but it was very diesel punk. If you aren't aware of what diesel punk is, and you're of any age, think of Tailspin, sort of set like that. And it was a great game. I fell in love with it. I would play that constantly. But it was only on the original Xbox, and you can't find it anywhere. I mean, it never got made for PC. Nothing. And I would love to go back and play that game again. But there are just some games you never get to play again, and it's kind of sad. And some companies are like, no, you know, we're not going to do anything with this, you know, this IP, which is bullshit, because, you know, there are still gamers out there that want like these older games that they grew up on, and these games are gone, like just fucking gone for no reason. Just, you know, you'll never see them again. You'll never get to play them. You can look up gameplay, but as we all know, watching me play a game, it's not the same thing. Some people actually get a lot of enjoyment in just watching gameplay. There are others who like making videos of gameplay, and there's just some who like the game, but still, there are just some games we'll never get to play again. And, you know, finding an Xbox or something like that, and finding Crimson Skies is a damn near impossibility. Maybe one day I might find a functioning Xbox, original Xbox, and a functioning version of that game. But it doesn't look likely. And I love that game. There are games that a lot of people just never played, like Jet Grind Radio, one of my all-time favorites. I only ever played it on the Xbox, never seen it on anything else. Love the game. But that doesn't mean I'm 100% loyal to Xbox. You can't play like the Sly Cooper games on your Xbox, which I love the Sly Cooper games. Never been a fan of blind loyalty, especially when it comes to gatekeeping on a game console. Or, what bothers me is when a gamer gets on and they're like, hey, you know, I got this PC and it's a good gaming PC, but is there a way of hooking a controller up to my PC? Because, you know, I like playing with a controller, and people just rag on them for that shit. Oh, you're playing with a controller? Blah. It's like, dude, you sound fucking stupid. You're like, you should be playing mouse and keyboard. It's more actual. Like, dude, he's not you, or the person asking the question is not you. They don't play the same thing. Somebody tried to bust my ass because, you know, there are some games that I actually prefer mouse and keyboard, and there are some games I prefer controller. And dude literally tried to bust my ass over, oh yeah, you're a controller gamer, you're not a real gamer. I'm like, what the fuck is that dude's issue? I swear to God, gatekeepers, man. And I'm sorry, I grew up in the 80s where you get punched in the mouth for talking shit like that. Nowadays that shit will get me arrested, so just so you know, I'm mentally punching that dude in the motherfucking mouth. Anyway, sorry, rant over. I think I'm going to call it here because, you know, the grind. We'll do it next time. We'll see what we can unlock. Let me light this up. Or not light it up, but sit down. Yeah, so next time we'll grind out a little bit more. Anyway, if you liked it, do the thing, you know, like, subscribe, whatever. Anyway, talk to you later.